So we got a 54-second clip from Ghostbusters Afterlife today, and it was cute. Had little Stay Puft Marshmallow guys in it, and that's clearly done to get some marketing purposes. There's going to be so many plushies and little toys of these Stay Puft characters that I think will probably sell a lot if this movie is successful. I hope it's successful. I hope it's good. I'd like to see a good Ghostbusters movie, especially after that disaster of 2016. The interesting thing about this clip is it's got a mixed response. Some people like it, some people hate it. I liked it. I thought it was a callback to the first movie's library scene. They even kind of had the music from that scene in there. If you know what I'm talking about, you've probably noticed the resemblance to that as well, but maybe that's just me. That's what I saw. So, kind of a mixed reaction to this. Like I said, I liked it. I hope this movie's good. I want this movie to be good. I know Bill Murray's back, and he said he put a proton pack on in this movie. So I'm curious. It's supposed to come out in the fall. Like I said, we'll see if that actually happens. Now, anytime, and I knew this was going to happen, anytime they release a trailer or promo for this movie, you know what happens? We get people whining about the 2016 disaster that nobody liked. Everybody hated that movie. So they're already starting to come out. It literally took 1 hour of this clip coming out, Ghostbusters Afterlife, trending right now on Twitter. And as soon as that happens, as soon as it trends, everyone jumps in. We got to talk about the 2016 movie. The only reason that movie failed, it didn't fail because it was a terrible, boring, disastrous movie that capitalized on the original Ghostbusters name to tell fart jokes. It's because people just weren't ready for women. That's exactly what it was. They weren't ready for women, and you're a sexist because you didn't like it. So in the first Ghostbusters movie, I want to make it to me that is a perfect movie in so many ways, and you had some of the best talent ever in that movie. It was very, very masterfully created. 2016 was fart jokes with women, basically. It sucked. It's a shitty movie, and there's no other way that you can convince me there's no way you can convince me that that's a good movie. And a lot of people agree with me because that movie was a disaster in the box office. Nobody hates it. You can literally find it at the bottom of the dump bin at Walmart for about $5. You know what movie you're never going to find in that dump bin? The original Ghostbusters. So anyway, let's take a look at some of the salt that's currently running all over Twitter. I think it's kind of funny. This one, I can't watch the real Ghostbusters because every time Peter talks, all I can hear is Garfield harassing women and flirting with Thymer. So this is one from yesterday, but we get the newer ones today. I must admit, I've been looking forward to Ghostbusters Afterlife as it looks like it will be a great movie built on a great franchise. But the comments, is the misogyny really necessary? If the 2016 movie didn't float your boat, fair enough. But women can be Ghostbusters. Well, there's female Ghostbusters in this movie. I mean, there's some kids that find the stuff. No one really knows the plot yet, but they're in this movie too. So, just virtue signaling to virtue signal here. And then we've got this one, which was one of the first ones I've seen. We just had a Ghostbusters. Was it that bad that you forced yourself to forget, or do you not like women? Of course, that's the only reason that people didn't like the movies, because they just don't like the women's. And then there's this one right here. I'm grouchy over the Ghostbusters franchise nowadays. There was so much hate thrown at the 2016 film, and it literally had perhaps the 4 funniest women on the planet starring in it. I'll watch anything with McCarthy, McKinnon, Wig, and Jones in it, and it was funny as F. And I had some more. Why are Ghostbusters fans angry at the new clip? I thought they would love it since it didn't have any women in it. Ha ha ha. And then someone steals his joke. Or maybe, yeah, this guy stole it from this guy. I don't know why everyone is complaining about that Ghostbusters Afterlife clip. There's no women in it. So that'll be the big joke going forward today. I guarantee it. I also guarantee you that Ghostbusters 2016 is going to trend. in some fashion. I promise you it will. But this is the big. This guy stole the joke from this guy, and I'm sure, like I said, this is going to be all over the place. And then we got this one from the original clip here. This ad was literally better than the Ghostbusters reboot. And then this person comes in and says, "Just say you're sexist and go." And then he responds and says, "I'm not sexist. I have seen all of those women be amazing in other things. They have lots and lots of talent. I'm looking at this from a movie-making perspective." Well, if the all-female reboot is the only Ghostbusters film you don't like of the bunch, extremely suspect of you. What of the bunch? What? There's literally 3 of them. And Ghostbusters 2 isn't that bad of a movie. It's literally the only crime Ghostbusters 2 commits is that it's not as good as Ghostbusters 1. That doesn't make it a bad movie. It's still 17,000 times better than Ghostbusters 2016. I'm sorry. That movie is trash. So she comes in. She's just all over the place. I'm not going to go over all of her comments, but she's very, very upset that the new Ghostbusters film is being appreciated and that no one gives a damn about the originals. I just feel like anyone who says the only Ghostbusters film they don't like is the only one with an all-female leading cast might have some underlying sexism in their opinion, whether they realize it or not, or whether it's intentional or not. The reason they didn't like it is because it's not a good movie. But of course, if you don't like that movie, you're an istophobe. Of course. So, funny stuff here. I'm kind of surprised that it's such a split reaction to this clip. I thought it looked good. Maybe that's just me, because it reminds me of the library scene, and I think that's what they were trying to do here. It's tough to say without seeing it in context, but they've got to try to keep people talking about this movie because I do think it's going to get pushed back again. I don't think it's coming out in the fall, so we'll see what happens. Either way, the reactions that are coming out on this, I think, are funny, and I think that we'll see some articles tomorrow, of course, talking about the Ghostbusters 2016 disaster again and why it needs a sequel. Paul Feig comes out and says that he wants to release his director's cut of 2016 Ghostbusters. I think he said it was like a 3.5-hour version of the film. Who wants to watch that? What torture. What torture that would be. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.